I was gonna film something last week, but I did not have the energy. It's very difficult to film when, you know, you're just stressed out. I thought maybe I can take my mind off of the stress a little bit and record something. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna film a cooking show. Yay! Cooking show with Amber! I haven't even told you what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make some ramen. But the way I make ramen is very special because I add cheese and butter and seasonings and egg. I mean, I'm sure that's what you're supposed to do with ramen, but not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people do, and I'm gonna show you the way I make ramen because honestly, it's banging. It's freaking banging. Let's start cooking! First step is to grab a pot. If your pot is dirty, don't be lazy. Clean it, okay? Don't just grab a new pot. Because if you just grab a new pot and there's already a pot in the sink, you're gonna give yourself more dishes, okay? That's life step number 1003. Oh, the lighting is so much better. I like that. Let's keep it like this. Okay, so I washed the pot nice and clean. Now I'm gonna fill it with water. What I like to do is I like to make my ramen with 2 boiled eggs. Check to see if your egg has a little crack in it. If it doesn't, it's good to put into boil. Since it's an electric stove, I like to leave it on for a little bit longer than 10 minutes. Just because I feel like it takes longer to heat up the food that cooks on it. It's gonna be on there for like 12 minutes. And I'm gonna subtract 4 minutes from the 12 minutes. So maybe 8 minutes. So at 8 minutes, the 8-minute mark, I'm gonna add the ramen into the same pot where the eggs are so that the ramen can cook while the eggs are finished cooking and they can be done at this exact same time. Let's see, let's set the timer. It's at 8 minutes. We're gonna wait till the ramen is ready to be put in. Oh, snap, shit, hold on. Crap. I think there was a crack in the egg. Check to see if your egg has a little crack in it. I blame myself for this tragedy. Wow. Unbelievable. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. It's still gonna taste like an egg. It's still gonna be good. I'm gonna put this like on maybe a little bit lower. Oh my god! The timer's going off! Time to put the ramen noodles in. So what I do, I open it like that. I drop in the block of the noodle. I take the ramen packet out while, you know, still keeping the package standing upright. And I empty the package out to make sure I get all the tiny bits and pieces of the ramen noodle in there. So we want to throw your trash in the trash. So that's what I do. I don't put this in until later. When you cook, make sure you're cooking the way you feel. If you're feeling sad, you cook, your food is gonna turn out sad, okay? Make sure you're cooking and you're putting love into it. Make sure you actually want it in your heart. Not just your stomach is telling you, oh my god, I have to eat. Well, I mean, you do have to eat what your stomach tells you have to eat. But make sure you do it with pizzazz. Wow, that is going off. I guess I should check to see if the eggs are done. I'm turning off the stove. I'm taking a spoon. I'm gonna scoop the egg out of the pot. So this is the cracked egg. Yeah, that's okay, it's still gonna be good. Crack the egg however you feel comfortable cracking it or de-shelling it. Make sure you throw out your trash when there's trash, so you don't have trash lying around, okay? Don't forget it. The ramen is the only thing in the pot, so I'm stirring up the ramen. and it's hot. It's really hot. You want to empty out the water. What I like to do is I like to leave a tiny bit of water left in there to keep the ramen moist. Because if you have some dry ramen, your ingredients won't mix in there very well. I only have like, for 1 pack of ramen, maybe like 2 tablespoons of hot water left in there. What I do is I put it back on to the hot stovetop. We're gonna need that heat to melt the ingredients that we're putting in it. I'm just taking some butter. Put as much butter as you like, who cares? I put like that much butter, not that much. Throw that shit in there. Now it's time to put a slice of cheese in your ramen. The more cheese you put, the more butter you have to add, or else the cheese won't spread as nicely. You want to fold the ramen over the cheese so that it melts properly. They're so edible. You've been eating ramen with broth forever. Who cares if there's a little bit of water in there, you know? Now, as it's folded over the cheese, you just put whatever seasonings you like. I like to add the actual packet. Chili powder is literally the best thing ever. It is so good on everything. We're gonna a little bit of lemon and pepper seasoning. I usually use like onion powder or garlic powder. Either or is really good. Oh, I'm about to get some gout. Look at that seasoning. Mix, 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 mix. It may look nasty to you. It's always turning out like real delicious, you know what I mean? I'm going to pour this into the bowl.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Now it's time to taste this ramen. We got a little bit of the noodles in there. We're gonna squish the egg. Oh, look at that. Fully cooked. No wet yolk. Even though it's good sometimes, you can boil the eggs however you want. I like it when there's wet yolk sometimes, but I just feel so satisfied when I cook it fully. Wow. That is like the perfect consistency. Perfect texture. Perfect taste. It's so good. You gotta be a little bit creative when you make cheap food. Ramen noodles are the staple of college student poverty. When you are creative with like the little things you have or the little things you can afford, you know, take the extra money, invest in some seasonings. Because if you're not enjoying what you're eating, what you're putting into your body, even if it's like healthy, you know, if you're not enjoying any of that, then honestly, your quality of life goes down so much more, I feel like. Eating is like one of the best things you can do. Eating is like one of the things you need to do to live. You need to eat to live. And if you're not enjoying something you need to do to live, at least that one little thing, such as eating, then quality of life, man. At least be happy that, you know, you got something, and this will fill you up. This will fill you up and you will feel full and satisfied. It's very good for like a dinner at the end of the night when you like don't want to do anything else and you just want to make this ramen with the egg, and after you eat it, you feel so full, you just want to lay down and sleep. Like, it's so good for that. Because, man, once you have that full feeling, once you feel satisfied like in your stomach, like from eating, you need to take a step back, lay down, and just say, oh my gosh, like I'm so grateful that I'm eating this, that I just ate, that I put something in my belly, and maybe I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the people I have in my life. Just be grateful. If you're grateful about those things, you will just feel so much happier. Like, it's the little things, you know, even like you gotta genuinely feel grateful about these things and brainwash yourself with the positivity and like convince yourself that, you know, these things that I'm grateful for, it's real, because other people don't have it. you know? Like I said before, and that everybody has like a ready kitchen to cook whatever they want, whenever they want. I'm just grateful to have that right now. The way my life is going right now, I mean, it's not the best at all. But I don't like to complain because other people have it worse. I'm grateful for my friend who lets me stay at her house. I'm grateful for my father who supports me. I'm very grateful that I am an individual that has that in my life, because I know not a lot of people, most people don't. And that's unfortunate, but life happens the way it does. I am grateful for my best friend who lives so far away from me, but I know that if I need support or some emotional support or anything, she's there to listen to me complain and vent about like a boy or a motherfucker at work who wants to keep messing with me. She's there. I'm grateful for my mother. She gives me wisdom. I'm grateful to have her in my life. I'm grateful for this egg right now. I used to, you know, not want to accept help from anybody. I mean, I still kind of don't, but I felt so weak. Like, you know, if I accepted help from people, I would be a burden to them. And to an extent, to be honest, you kind of are, but I have to an extent, almost, I have to kind of accept that I am a burden. But the minute I feel like a burden, no longer do I dwell on it. I do whatever I can to change it, or at least I try. And that's the number one thing I can do, is try and do. I just know, like, if I keep trying, that I'll get to where I want to be in life. I know by the time I'm 30, I want to be happy with my quality of life. I want to be able to, you know, be happy with like going to work and not feeling like I'm at a dead-end job. I don't want to work at a dead-end job anymore. But I know by the time I'm 30 that I won't. I know by the time I'm 30, I'll make enough money to live comfortably. And I hope that that comes, you know. And I know that will come, because every single day I'll keep trying. I had so many mental blocks before. I have some now, but I've worked on myself enough to be able to face it and try to get past it. And that's a place that I mentally that I never thought that I would get. Never thought I would get there ever. I'm so grateful that I'm there now. So grateful I'm making this YouTube video finally. I'm grateful I'm able to sit in front of a camera today and do it. I've gotten past that mental block. Because I tried. And that's the only thing you can do in life, is try. Try for your happiness. Try for your stability. Try for yourself. And try for others. And do so foolishly. Who cares? Be a good person. Just put yourself first. God, I love this ramen so fucking much. Well, that's been a journey. That's it for today's video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, comment, call me a bitch. I don't care. Also, don't forget to just do you. Do you, boo-boo. I love you. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you next week.